Going live on Facebook is one of my favorite ways to generate new leads, new sales, and new signups for our products and services. But look, if you think that you're just going to show up to Facebook Live all willy-nilly and be like, sign up to my program, well, you've got another thing coming, boss, because look, at the end of the day, Facebook Live is extremely cluttered. Everybody that you know is already on Facebook Live trying to get leads, sales, and signups for their company. So if you want to stand out with live video, then you're going to have to present a better offer more clearly and more often than your colleagues do. Now, we have a very simple 3-step process that makes this easy and systematic so that you can go live every single week. You can do webinars, you can do all sorts of stuff and be generating leads along the way, folks. And I'm going to show you that 3-step system today. Stick around. It's Owen Video. Owen Video! Hey, welcome back, Jack. It's Owen Video, and you are watching how to go live on Facebook in order to get leads. I want to share with you the very first thing that you're missing that your show needs, and that is a show name and value statement. Okay, you got to have a name for your show, right? And it needs to be something that's really, really specific, and it's backed up with like a 10 to 14 word statement that shares what your show is all about, because this is how you're going to generate interest from the right audience, right? It's easy to be like, look, man, I want to be super popular on Facebook Live. My show is called Rainbow Living, like how to be your true essence of yourself and all this kind of stuff. And that's wonderful if that's your thing, right? I don't really know what that means, though. And that's the thing, is so many of these live shows that we coach, you enter into the program with like this really generic name for your show. And honestly, if you are selling business coaching, then you need to have a show called like the Business Coaches Show. That's all you need to do. You need to have a show that says exactly what you do. And then you back it up with a value statement that even makes it more clear. And by doing this every single week, what you're going to do is you're going to start to develop an audience. They go, oh, yeah, Amy's show? Yeah, Amy's show is for business coaches, and it helps people to get more leads while they're prospecting on LinkedIn or whatever the name of your show is. So here's an example. The name of our show on Fridays is called Stream Like You Mean It. And the value statement is where live streamers like you tune in for tips for more engaging, more effective live stream shows, okay? I messed it up a little bit because I'm not in like the zone. You know what I mean? I'm doing YouTube now, but I digress. Okay, I want you to come up with a really strong show name and value statement that really clearly says what you do. And by getting this out there every single week, you'll start to generate the right people coming into your show, okay? And then that brings us to the second step of the process, and this is going to blow your mind. Okay, so let's go into, you need to have a show structure, okay? And we use a process called the ROS. It stands for Run of Show. Let me show you what that looks like right now. So what you're looking at on the screen is my ROS. This is the ROS that we use to help people grow their shows. And what it is, it's essentially a checklist for running a great show. Now, this is the online version of the ROS, and you can access this for free in the description box below. Just click on the link. The first thing you're going to want to do is come over here to create new live stream ROS, okay? And you'll see that you've got a couple areas here, the title, the thumbnail, the description. This is all sort of like some of the precursor work, but it really gets into the meat right here with the hook, the intro, the sponsor segment, and so on and so forth, okay? We have run so many different live streams, successful live stream shows that generate leads following this formula. So follow this formula, okay? You open the show with a hook. What is that? Right? What's a hook? A hook is a strong opening statement that's like, hey, on today's show, we're going to be sharing with you how to find the best shoes for, your particular type of need or whatever the case, whatever your show is about, right? Like if it's a chiropractor show, you're going to say, hey, today I'm going to show you how to reduce sciatica pain every day by 3 p.m. Stick around. You're going to say what it is that the show is going to do to get the viewer to come in and listen to what you have to say, okay? Now, after that, you're going to say, like, your welcome call. You're going to be like, hey, well, welcome back to the show, where people like you get this particular type of value, right? I think this is really important. So you might say, like, welcome back to the show where retail business owners learn how to sell products online. I think it's a really good one if that's the kind of business you're into, right? Welcome to the Fix Your Back show, where everyday people learn how to get rid of back pain the natural way. This is your value statement, essentially, and that's why you need to have a value statement. Then in your introduction, you're going to tell people when you're live and what platforms you're on. Hey, we're live every Tuesday at 3 p.m., streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever the case might be. And then you're going to have a call to action. Now, this leads us right into the third step of our process. Okay, so I want to be really clear about this. Now, you'll notice in our show, we do like a Air 5. Like, we say, like, welcome to the show. Here's an Air 5. Like, hey, welcome to the show. I'm Owen Video. In our live show, what we do is we say, type 5 into the comment section below to subscribe to the show. Now, we do that on Facebook Live because it activates the Chatbot tool. Now, I have a video on how to activate the Chatbot tool for your Facebook Live. It's in the description box. But that's why we do that. And if you can do something like that, right, where you're like, hey, welcome to the show with me, type 3, if you want to get my ebook for free, right? I know, okay, it's maybe a little Mother Goose, but I'm on the fly here, folks. Like, I'm just making stuff up. It's just whizzing past me, and I'm just hoping to get good watch time on this video. Please don't X out yet. Okay, so I would try to come up with some type of, like, auto response thing that you can put into your intro for the show, because what that does is it gets engagement, but it also can activate a chatbot where now you've got somebody on your list, you see, and you've already broken that barrier. Now every single week now you're generating fresh leads through the chatbot. Okay, so let's go back to the formula, because you need the formula. So after that, now you have a sponsor segment. Okay, now here is the big aha moment that I'm hoping that you have in this video. But first, I need to take a drink of water. Watch time. Okay, so here's the big thing about the sponsor. You want to have your show sponsored by your product or service. Bingo, bango, bongo. That's it right there. So you say, hey, today's show is sponsored by the Relax Your Back ebook, right? It's a 15-page guide on how you can live a pain-free life starting today. Something like this. It's like, to get your free copy, just type the word blank in the description box below. Okay, that's the big thing I want you to take out of this video right now today, okay, is when you do a call to action, you do not necessarily want to leave a link all the time, right? Like, there's a time and a place for that. You want to be in a place where you're like, hey, to get this ebook, type the word back in the comment section below. And two things can happen. You can either have a chatbot pick up, like I already talked about, okay? But you can also now go back, okay? Go back to those comments after you're done with the live stream show. And in the comment section, you can reply directly through a DM with those people. So anyone that commented back, right, what you're now doing is you're going in there and you're clicking reply, and then you reply with this copy and paste statement, right? That's something like, hey, thanks so much for requesting my free ebook. You can download it here, right? Or you say, thank you so much for downloading, for requesting my ebook. What's the best email that I can send this to you? They send you an email and you send it back to them, right? It's a little bit of work, but look, here's the thing. I love kind of this, like, hey, I want to generate leads, but I don't ever want to talk to anybody or get to know anybody or have to work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, yeah, your Facebook Live is a product. It is something that you offer to people, and you're using it to sell your stuff. So what you want to do is get into conversations with people through the chat in the comment area. Thanks for requesting my book. I think you're really going to like it. What's your email? Oh, it's jim@jim.com. Great, Jim. Like, here's my ebook. What do you do, Jim? And then boom, you've got a conversation going that can last you, days into the next conversation about how to buy your products. Okay, so if you want to learn more about how to go live on Facebook and how to use live streaming and video marketing to grow your business, then tune in to this channel by subscribing or watching the video that's on your screen now. I'm Owen Video. I'll see you in the next video.